There's a huge trap that a lot of men fall into, especially men in their 40s and even my age in their early 50s. They fall into this trap, and once they're there, it's very difficult to get out. Some women fall into the trap also, and they're usually in their 30s when they fall into this trap, and that is getting with the wrong person because you think that your time is up. You know that you're getting old. You know that your time to find someone is winding down. You're starting to lose your looks. You're starting to get older, and your options are getting less and less. So you make the decision that you have to find someone now. Anyone is better than having no one. And you will, a lot of times, and I've seen this happen so many times, choose the wrong person. You'll latch on to someone you don't need, someone that will do you more harm than good, someone that will completely destroy your life and your finances, someone who doesn't care anything about you, someone who will just use you. And you latch on to that because you don't think you can do any better. You think your time is up. You think your time for relationships, for marriage, for a family is getting close to being over. So you rush it and you end up making huge mistakes. And then these mistakes, a lot of times, by the time you figure it out, you definitely are too old to start over. Because when you figure it out, it may be 8, 9, 10, 12 years before you figure it out or before you get rid of that person. And then you're even older. So you've wasted, more time, you've wasted more of your energy, and your finances will probably be crap by that time period because you got with the wrong person that will just take, give nothing back. Usually they may be super jealous. They might be even violent. They may be all kinds of different things to make your life a miserable living hell. And you would have been better off to have stayed, by yourself. You've been better off to have stayed single because being in a bad relationship is a lot worse than being single. At least if you're single and you live alone, you don't have to put up with all the bull crap. You don't have to worry about all the jealousy. You don't have to worry about all that stuff you have to worry about when you're with a partner, when you're in a relationship. You can get up when you want to, go to bed when you want to, watch what you want to on television, look at your phone whenever you want to without your partner being jealous about what you're looking at. You can go where you want. You can do what you want. You can spend how you want on what you want. You don't have to worry about asking permission from a partner, from your husband or your wife or your live-in girlfriend or live-in boyfriend or whatever. You don't have to worry about none of that. You can just do what you want to do. You don't have to put up with all the jealousy because jealousy is a miserable existence. I have dated a lot of women that are jealous, super jealous, where if you were looking at your cell phone, if you get a call, if you get a text, as soon as it dings, you can see the look on their face. They're like, who's this prick talking to now? He's got to be talking to somebody. He's got to be cheating. He's got to have another girlfriend somewhere. You can just see it in their face, man. And that's how jealous people are. And it's not just women. Men are the same way, but women are just as bad as men when it comes to jealousy. And they will make your life a total living hell. And so you're better off when you're in your 40s, 50s. Don't rush it. If you find the right person, if you find a decent person and you're pretty sure, and you date that person for a while, you get to know that person, you actually know their background, you know who they are, and you have a better idea of whether or not it will work or not, and you want to get in a relationship, then that's a different story. What I'm talking about, though, is people who actually, in their 40s, like I said, in their 50s, they start rushing this. And they're like, I gotta get it, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. I gotta find somebody, I gotta find somebody. Because my looks are waning, my health is going to start going away. I'm going to be, instead of this, I'm going to be like this. Women, usually when they're in their late 20s, early 30s, they're thinking, well, I've been out here, I've been in the dating scene, I've been ran through already by probably 150 guys. A lot of them has anymore. modern women. So I got to latch on to some guy that's financially stable. I got to latch on to this guy financially stable so I can have a family, because my time is running out to have kids, to have a family, and to trap a man, because my looks are going away. My body is starting to go bloop. And so they want to find some man to marry, to keep them up, to support their lifestyle, and to give them children. That way, if they can treat that man like crap usually, and then when the relationship ends, they know they can take the kids, they get child support, they get half of everything he owns. So it's a win-win for them. So they want to push it. They want to go out, they want to party, they want to screw like rabbits with everybody in town and everybody they come in contact with, pretty much. And then later on, find some good guy, the guy they would have turned their nose up at, a couple of years ago. But now they're trying to find that guy to trap that guy. And usually, a lot of times that guy will be the 40 or 50-year-old guy that I'm talking about in this video. So you have that woman that's in her late 20s, early 30s, trying to latch on to a guy that's in his late 30s, early 40s, or even early 50s, because they want that financial stability. They want to have kids. And they know those kids are a paycheck. Those kids are an economic guarantee that they're going to be taken care of, until those kids get 18 years old. Because they can get child support, they can take half of what the man owns, they can get food stamps, or EBT, I think that it's called. They can get all kinds of things from the state, they can get housing. So they know those kids that they have are going to be a financial guarantee, economic guarantee of support for them and the kids until the kids turn 18 years old. So the marriage is a win-win, but they know their time is running out, because, when a woman gets 40, 50 years old, it's more difficult, and it is for a man too, to find someone that's interested, because at that age, most people are already married, in relationships. So both men and women start pushing it, and they want to find someone now. So they make a huge mistake, and they will get with people that are just awful. Believe me, I've been there. I have gotten with a few that have been complete awful users. And that's why my attitude right now is what it is. It's not from anything besides actual experience, because I've experienced this. I've been through this, so I know what happens in these bad relationships. And I know how easy it is to get in these relationships, to get with someone who is insanely jealous, who will try to go through your phone all the time. All the time. My ex, I had an ex that lived here with me for about 3 years, actually. And she was so jealous. She wanted access to my phone. And I know a lot of people will say, well, she should have access to your phone. No, she shouldn't, because I wasn't talking to any women, but I talked to my mom through messages a lot. And I want to save those messages from my mom for when my mom dies. And she's 72 years old right now. So hopefully she has, another couple of decades to go. Hopefully more than that, but realistically, you know what I'm saying. But I want to save those messages on my phone, the Facebook Messenger on my phone, where I can have those when she passes away. And I can go back, I can read those messages. And I didn't want her going in there, reading through my mom and I's conversations in that messenger. I told her that, and she thought it was just a lie. I was talking to all kinds of women. I was out cheating. And the thing about it is, I never did any of that. Never did any of that at all. I never cheated on her at all when we were together. We split up a couple of times for, a few months. And during that time period, when we split up, these nights are getting bad. Yeah, she did too, no doubt. I went out and I found another woman to Well, I mean, it's the truth. But we wasn't together. I wasn't seeing her. We wasn't dating. She wasn't living here. We were split up, and I'm sure she did the same thing. So I never cheated, never talked to any other women when me and her was together, nothing like that at all. But she always accused me of it, constantly, constantly accusing, constantly accusing. My ex-wife did that a lot too. She was always thinking I was cheating. It's a miserable, miserable life. And I don't cheat. I was with my ex-wife for 11 years. And during that whole 11 years, I never cheated. I never strayed. I never put this thing where it didn't belong. Never did. During that whole time. But I sure got accused of it a whole lot. And that's a miserable existence. It's a miserable life to have. And you will find someone like that very quickly and very easily, because there's plenty of them. If you don't, be careful. If you don't, make sure that it's the right person. When you get older, you want to jump. You want to get in those relationships quickly, because your time is running out. It really is. It's no lie. Your time is definitely running out. But like I said, you're better off to let it run out. Let it completely run out, grow by yourself, die by yourself, than you are to get with the wrong person. Get with the person that's going to make you miserable. It's going to destroy your life. You're better off to be alone, to be single, than to rush it and end up with a person like that. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully.